Okay, guys, we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I will be your friendly Dungeon Master this evening. Or actually, I'll be your friendly Game Master this evening, because tonight we're carrying on with our ongoing war story, set in the same setting as our ongoing AD&D 2nd Edition campaign, playing Carl Sargent's classic Night Below campaign. But for this war story, we are running with Paizo's very cool Pathfinder 2nd Edition fantasy RPG. And with me tonight are the stars of the Night Below campaign. I'll go with the order I've got you guys on the screen here. Why don't you tell us who you are, who you're playing, and we know what level you are because you're all level 3. So first up is Andrew.
Hello everyone, I'm Andrew. I'm playing Tanith Thirendal, we already said level 3, Elven Rogue.
Very nice. Next up is Will.
Hi, my name's Will. I'm playing Chael. He is a elf cleric.
Nice. And last but certainly not least is Jeffrey.
Everybody, I'm Jeff, and I'm playing Calidor, who is an elven fighter. You got the 3 elves tonight.
Yeah.
There you go, the good stuff, the good people.
Yeah.
So with that in mind, we're all going to be making use of our Tolkien English dictionary, and the entire session we played in Sindarin. So this is going to be great. I see a hard no from Andrew. So guys, last session was so I think, Andrew, you're the only one who was not here last time. So guys, why don't you tell...
Was I not? Oh, no, I wasn't.
No, you were out of town. That's when
true.
you had that random encounter with a pack of wolves.
It was close. But I'm here, so
I felt really bad as a joke on the Discord. I asked Andrew to roll random encounters, and I only realized after the fact that he did not get the joke that I was making, that they were random encounters he was going to run into, and he thought that I was involving him in the session, so he'd be rolling random encounters. I'm like, man, that was a way better idea than that stupid joke I was making.
I even rolled them here in Roll20 for everybody, so that there was like a legitimate record. I'm not just making the shit up.
It wasn't until the second one was rolled, and I'm like, oh no, I've miscommunicated.
As soon as we had done that, I definitely... When you dropped the picture of the wolves, I was like, oh, I see what he was doing, which is also cool.
Well, that random encounter will definitely be a check in the mail at some point, so you can look forward to the blame coming from that. But we did not have a random encounter last session. But guys, what did happen last time? And if you want, I can assist with some visual aids here. We started in a place that looks a little bit like this.
Yeah, and Tanith, you were there for that when we fought the
2 sessions ago.
Yes. Yeah.
So we successfully dispatched all of the undead, and I don't know if you remember, some of them had this coin, this metal thing in their foreheads. So we found that, and we pulled it off, and we determined, I'm trying to remember if that was a symbol of Weejas or if that was the symbol of the other god.
Symbol of Weejas.
It was Weejas.
Yep.
Okay. So we found those, and we decided to take a few of them back with us to the Red Temple and let them know what we had found. And what was kind of going on in that regard. That we still hadn't found Winan, whoever he, she, it is. But we had found the undead, and they were obviously animated somewhere by some sort of worshiper of Weejas. Trying to remember what happened after
the coins
that.
Also had a specific magical quality to them as well, in that they took the place of the material components and the cost associated with casting an animate dead spell, or create undead spell, I should say, or create undead ritual. And every single one of the bodies you found had one of those things on it.
Right. So yeah, I know we left there, went back to town, went to the temple.
You did find other graves you may remember?
Yeah, we dug to see if we could find the bodies of the paladins.
That's right. We did some
okay.
investigation, and
We didn't find any bodies that we thought were theirs.
correct. Yeah, we did some. Dale did
but,
some.
but that sounds like you
forensic
found
anthropology.
bodies.
Oh yeah, we found lots of bodies.
Oh, charming.
Yeah, it's a veritable graveyard out there. So I know we asked the Red Temple to send some priests out there to consecrate it, so that hopefully we wouldn't have any more undead issues out there. I'm not sure what happened next.
Well, we spoke with them. They told us a bit about the god, right? We talked to them about. We learned some stuff, and then they agreed to basically take care of things. And then we went. Did we go back to the tavern?
Yep, the Saucy Tart.
Yeah.
You guys hung out, had some drinks, made plans for what you wanted to do tomorrow or the next day.
Yeah. And then we went to bed, and that's when the excitement started, because while we were asleep, Knox had a visitor. He was poisoned with some kind of toxin or something that rendered him immobile but awake. And then the man at night came, and I don't know. I mean, Calidor obviously didn't witness any of this, but like Jeff doesn't even know if the man at night was a real person or a god or a spirit or what. But there was some crazy shit that he was saying to Knox, and he was a scary dude. Maybe Kevin wants to expand a little bit on that.
No, I'll leave. I think it's the last like half an hour or 45 minutes. The last session was that conversation.
Yeah.
If you want to it's not the kind of thing. For one, I want to give George an opportunity. We talked about he's not able to make it tonight, but what we're going to do is we can do his conversation with the man at night as a flashback, because it won't change anything for it not to happen. I mean, he's killed and replaced you guys with doppelgangers, but
so there's still more to it. Oh, he didn't leave.
Oh, yeah.
We were in the middle of it. Oh,
he was bringing, when at the end of the session, you may recall that he left outside where there was a rope, like a rope with knots in it, leading up to the roof, and he said that he was going to show Knox the stars.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, there were some insights that Knox had with that, so I want to give him. He did not have an opportunity to speak to the man on account of the. All he could do was blink yes once, twice for no. The man answered 3 questions for Knox first, and then he asked 3 questions of Knox, and each of those questions seemed to be, I think, more inexplicable. Is that fair, guys?
Yeah.
Well, the one thing that I do remember is he's Sudanese. Is that right?
Sulis. Yes, or Sulois.
Sulois, whatever the pot. Calidor doesn't know much about it, but so yeah.
And the reason that's of consequence is that the Sulois, the Scarlet Brotherhood, that secretive ne'er-do-well order, is a Sulois supremacist organization. They are exclusively Sulois, and they are the ones, and not for nothing, Ouijas is a Sulois goddess. He did have on him, not the markings of Ouijas, he had the markings of the Sulois god of venom, murder, and fire, Pyremius.
Yeah, fire.
Initially.
Yeah, look at that sick shit that this guy wears around.
And then after they spoke, he turned it around, and on the other side was this, the mark of Lendor. Lendor is the head of the Sulois pantheon, and also the god of time, space, and study. So that's where we ended our session. Our session will pick up the following morning with you guys none the wiser. Chill, you've had a very restful, but no dreams. I'm not sure. Well, I guess you technically meditate, right?
Technically, elves do, yes, correct.
So it is a very, I think something is a little amiss because you actually had a solid period where you were not like lost in your memories the way that elves sort of meditate. We're not going to call attention to the fact that Nox is not here tonight, so I think he's just not in the room when you get up. But one of the things I mentioned is that because, just like in other versions of D&D, clerics can select their spells from anything on the divine list at the start of each day. So your spells will also refresh. Let's see, you're healing over...
How much do we heal, yeah?
That's a good question. I don't remember how much you heal overnight. Let me double check here.
Heal everything.
Yeah, it could very well be... I mean, healing, here we go.
Definitely get...
Go ahead.
481.
Oh, I was just gonna say, you definitely get back your.
I was gonna say, I think Tanev's the only one that's hurt. Because remember, didn't we do a lot of healing?
You did. There's a lot of like.
We did medicine rolls and whatnot.
Yeah.
We did some of that crafting and repairing last time of the shields.
Oh yeah, I'm at 39 of 39 hit points.
So you regain hit points equal to your Constitution modifier times your level. That's when you sleep.
And what's the green bar?
Green bar is your shield. Remember, your adamantine shield is still damaged.
Right, we couldn't repair it.
Yeah, and also it's worth noting, you guys each have 1 hero point to start. That's your blue bar. So Tanev, what's your Constitution modifier?
Con is 1.
Plus 1, so that means you gain 3.
Very cool.
Oh, you're almost
so you get 3 hit points back. So start with just 2. I mean, Chael could also administer first aid, try and restore that last 2 points if you are interested.
What? Just out of curiosity, what if your con modifier is 0?
Always minimum 1.
Always minimum 1. I was thinking that might be it, but I
you know, just down spiral each day.
Yeah,
gotta get thicker.
You're kind of hosed unless you get to a hospital.
And you guys think OSR stuff is hardcore. This is real serious shit. You got to keep on top of that dying every day. Let's see here. So 10. I'm gonna put your hero point on for you. Go. Boom. So, Chael, so what, you get all your spells back. So what, you can go ahead and select what spells you want to prep. If you want to add any different ones on, you can feel free to do that. Your healing spells per day, those also refresh.
Right.
I can't remember offhand how many you get. It's either 3.
I had 2.
Oh, Steve-O's, hold on. Steve's having difficulty with roll 20.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. What is he doing? I just gotta quickly send. Here we go.
He's not over there.
Hold on. We cannot go without our bard. But while I'm looking this up here, what?
Well, he's an elf too.
He's an elf, exactly, half elf.
He's a half elf.
Which means it makes sense that he's late then.
Yeah. So we had decided, correct, to go check out this other community?
I think that was the general consensus last time, is that we
didn't find their bodies, and we can confirm they left here, but we don't know if they ever arrived at whatever the other place is called.
Kirkliston. Home of the Kirkliston Theater.
Yeah.
World renowned.
Yes. Yeah. No wonder Steve's eager to get in.
That's right.
Yeah, it's a place he's excited to go.
And has been before as well.
So I was going to say old stomping grounds.
Yeah.
He's the one who told us that the theater was great there.
Yep.
Okay, so I guess we would be having breakfast and making travel preparations then this morning while we're waiting for Steve to figure out his roll 20.
Do you want to see about trying to get your shield fixed here, Calidor?
I believe that we looked into it and we didn't want to waste the time. I was going to check in Kirkliston to see if they had someone who could help, because
I think Droon also told you that he'd heard years ago oh, not years ago, but like heard months ago, that the blacksmith in Eastdale is also quite bad.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want him messing with my shield, so...
No, I understand. Understand entirely.
We're going to check Kirk Liston. If not, then I'll fix it later. But it's it's 3/4 fine, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just got like a ding in it or something.
Yeah, there was a slight scratch or something on it from where... And it was like that critical hit, and I rolled quite well on the damage. So...
Yeah.
Guys, anything else you wish to do in... so let's move to maybe the map of Eastdale here. So I sent... Oh, Steve, I did check your email. I sent you you're still in chat there. I sent you a link to the Roll20 game by email.
He was in the Roll20 there for a second, I thought.
Oh, was he? I didn't even see him.
I thought he
I
was
was looking
for a
away.
second. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, so... All right,
But
so
I haven't seen him in the Hangout or the Zoom.
anything else what you guys wish to do before you set out for Kirkliston?
Now, it's only like a day and a half to 2 days journey, right?
Nope, just a day.
Oh, it's just a day. So
Oh,
we
yeah.
don't really need to do that much prep. I'd probably just eat breakfast, get a packed lunch kind of thing, and head out. I mean,
Yep.
the sooner we leave, especially if we're going to have to deal with this bugbear or whatever we heard rumors of,
Yeah.
the sooner we leave, the sooner we get there.
Okay. Then, what you guys find is you've got that wagon with the 2 horses on it as well. So two, probably only 1 horse on it. You probably don't need 2 because you're not carrying mine or anything like that or heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys pack up. A reminder: it is the wintertime or early winter, so it is a little chilly here. But you set out onto the road. Now, we're going back into the exploration mode in this period. Let's just quickly take a look at the map here, so we can refresh our memory as to where we're going. So, you guys are... Come on, focus.
Yeah.
There we go.
Always takes it a minute to...
Yeah. Okay. So, you're in Eastdale right now, and heading up to Kirkliston. And what you've heard is that somewhere along the way, there's an owlbear that has... claimed the region sort of for its hunting ground. Now, are there any, I guess first off, is there any preparation you're going to make before you guys set out? And then once you guys set out, what are the actions you want to take? We'll be in the exploration mode, so you can make a decision for what actions you want to take during that. If you need to refresh your memory as well, too, if you search for, I think, exploration in the, exploration activities. So if you search for exploration in the compendium, the it gives you a full list of all the things you can choose to be doing. As a reminder, some of them include, keeping an eye out or to be investigating as you're going. One can be to be the scout, so you're keeping an eye out for trouble and granting a bonus to everyone's initiative. You can keep your shield up, you can track, you can try and hide as you're going.
I think what we want to try to do is be ready for this owlbear.
Mm-hmm.
So if someone is scouting, then that will give us a bonus to our initiative.
I can scout.
Okay. Other things include searching. We are looking for concealed hazards and so on. Normally, you cannot move quickly when you're doing that.
Yeah, a lot of them half your speed, which I don't think we would want to do.
No.
Yeah.
When you guys get... Oh, actually, you're not going to get 11 in this game. I was going to say, when you get... I'm thinking of Paradar. One of the neat things is there are feats that can help you speed up stuff, so you can do that stuff without having to slow down. Because characters get skill feats in addition to the class feats and the general feats they get over the course of the character advancing. Anyone else? So, Caldor or Chael, any thoughts on what you might want to do?
I mean, the main thing I could think of that Chill will be doing is just kind of keeping a lookout. I think he's got a pretty good perception out of all of us, so I mean, he's going to be very alert and watching. Okay. And I think probably Calidor maybe more driving the reins, if you will.
Okay.
Yeah, I can sit in the cart.
Okay.
Because then I can have this nice fur blanket that I brought over my lap to keep me warm.
Okay. So tell me where you guys are riding in the wagon. Then it's an open backed wagon, so it's not like a proper carriage or anything like that. It's something that's normally used just to transport or haul heavy goods.
Well, so if Tanev is scouting, does he have to be out of the wagon then?
No, he can just be. I mean, the wagon's not moving so fast that he couldn't walk alongside. Tanev also is, I think, quite quick.
Yeah.
More or less.
Because I think does Tanev have what's his speed?
My speed. Oh crap! We're
main page top, or near the top on the left.
Ability scores, armor class.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's underneath your ability scores.
Speed, there we go. Jeez. Yeah, only 30, so like normal.
No, normal in Pathfinder is either 20 or 25.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well then.
Yeah, so you're quite swift on the hoof. If you're 30, you're actually only 5 slower than a riding pony or a war pony. So you're pretty fleet o' feet, as it were. So, Tanev, do you see yourself riding in, or are you walking alongside?
I don't want to fall behind. I'm probably riding along.
Okay.
Also lazy.
Sure. So he's in the back and kind of keeping an eye out for whatever's going on. Caldor, you said you're going to be driving the horse. Chael, where are you in the wagon?
I would think that, depending on the shape of the wagon, I would think I'd either be right beside Calidor or right behind him.
Okay.
One of those two places to kind of keep an eye open for what's coming up in front of us.
Sure.
Yeah, and I'll be watching the actual road to not injure the horse or damage the cart.
Right.
So the road along here is the yeomanry is a relatively old settled region, but the roads are not, there was never any, at least not any surviving empire that built massive great roads, so you're really only able to go sort of like single file along on this, and then it's quickly overtaken by snow or the trees or whatever else. It's really more of a trail that you're following heading up towards Kirkliston. See if there's any issues. Here we go. I'm trying to find. Jeff, you'll be pleased to know that I got rules for vehicles in this game. Kev, is there a way of potentially making me fail stuff in the game? Yeah. Don't worry, Jeff. I got you covered here.
Yeah, it'll be like us driving that vehicle that everybody got us for the
the Rifts game.
Yeah, the Rifts game. That was hilarious.
So good. Oh man, What a fucking chump I was for making you play.
Kevin had a special thing where people who had donated could like give items to the party, and he gave us like this awesome tank thing to drive out in the game. None of us had any piloting skills, so literally we could barely operate this thing, and the rules for the game are so hilarious. You're basically like the second you drive it a mile, your like chances of breaking the thing are just constant. Yeah. So it's just hilarious. And it's
Savage Worlds, so it has a like critical failure component to it, and their dice are terrible. So like gets this amazing hover ATV, and like within the first half hour of driving it, slams it into a stump, jamming one of the motors.
Yeah, breaking it, and then none of us have the repair skill for it. So like the thing is just slowly deteriorating, and it makes the driving harder, and it's just hilarious.
Oh, it was great.
It was a comedy. We basically basically like finally got somewhere and then like turned around to like go fuel it up or something. Like we had gone like nowhere in the first 3 adventures. It was pretty funny.
All right. Now let's see here. Do you have any skills that you think might be applicable for handling these animals? For handling a team of horse, or a single horse, I should say.
Well, I mean, the one that jumps to, I mean, I have survival and I also have athletics. So, I mean, I don't think there is an animal handling, or at least I don't
No,
have
there is an
one.
animal. It's usually a lore
I have
of some
nature.
kind.
I mean, I have nature and survival and athletics. To me, it's almost like a combination of those things,
Okay.
right? I mean, the nature is the animals.
So we'll
the
be athletics
survival
because
is-
you're not like muscling. You're not actually on the horse. You're just sort of like guiding it. So, but I think you can make either a nature or a survival check. And I'll adjust the difficulty class a little bit.
Yeah, they're the same
Yeah.
for me. So
And this is not. This is just a matter of like operating the thing so it doesn't run into any troubles.
let's roll nature.
Yeah. So DC will be a.
Oh,
Look at that. Look at that. That's actually a critical success.
nice.
So not only have you been able to manage the vehicle quite well, you also find that over the course of do I have guys? I feel like I'm robbing you of a degree of immersion here. Now hold on. Let's see here. Is there a? Oh, here we go. It's an old favorite. Just going out to my buddy Will. We call it natural wind effects. Which routinely would make us in our Ash game think that the window was open somewhere.
That and the dripping.
Yeah, the dripping in the cave.
I remember Colin was always like, have I got a pipe running? What?
So, you guys set out from here, and I don't have a token for you. But let's... here, it'll be like Oregon Trail. Let's get you a wagon here.
Are we all going to die of dysentery now?
I do have rules for it. The first adventure path had a... here, we use this. Oop, no, pawn. There we go. First adventure path involved going to a jungle location. So it was like... basically, they had rules for malaria and some other really awful things.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Is that going to be too big? Can you guys see that?
Oh yeah, sort
Okay.
of.
Sort of. Okay, let me...
Oh, yeah.
oh, here we go. There. Can you see... Is that easier with the aura now?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah, it's
little
a little
better.
bit easier.
Okay. I can put in... Do you want a different color? Or is the white
I think
okay?
I just needed to zoom in on my map.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Here, how about that, guys?
Oh, it's not that I don't know where it is. It's that I don't know what it is.
Oh, it's a wagon. It's a steam wagon, actually, but we're not
It
going to...
looks like a Hot Wheels, one of those crazy 70s future cars that
Yeah,
they used to
totally.
do, where
Yep.
they like made no sense. And
Yep.
yeah, that's what
So-
it looks like to me.
Oh, you're not in Kirkliston, you're in Eastdale. So you guys head out and you get to about here, where you're coming out of the pass. And Chael, because you're keeping an eye out for what's going on. I don't know what's here that Steve may have given up,
Yeah, maybe.
Oh.
or may have lost. Yeah, because we
may have lost
sent him a
their
link.
link.
So you guys are get to around there, and this is coming out of the highlands and of the hills that you've been navigating through for the last, probably hour and a half. And you can see there is to the north, there is the stretching frozen woods. And you can see that there is something sticking out of the snow on the right side. It looks kind of grayish in color, and it's furred. Chael, you would guess about the size of a horse. It may be a horse knocked to the ground. So I'll move us back into the woods here. So this is about 250, 300 feet in front of you. Yeah, the snowfall is not bad today. It's just like light flakes coming down. There is that powdering of snow that you kind of see in the photograph. And you've also got the benefit of a height. You can look down and see where the trail is winding around. It looks as if it is just to the south of the trail.
Okay.
You'll pass it if you continue on in this direction.
All right. So first thing I'm going to do is let Calidor know. I'm going to point it out to him.
Okay.
I'll slow the horses.
Okay.
Yeah.
Slow us down.
And then I should. But Tanev is where? Are you beside us? No, you're in the back, aren't you?
Kevin suggested I was in the back.
Yeah. I may. Let's see. I may holler at Tanev and say, "Hey, you may want to check this out over here."
I'll take a look. I lean over the edge.
Okay. You don't need to make a roll for
just,
it. Yeah,
I'll jump.
Knowing where
to
he's pointing, like technically what he's doing is there, I can't remember what it's called. There's a specific action that is aiding when you are trying to spot something. It's like you spend instead of searching as a action, you are seeking as an action. You point out. So Tanev, Chael points this out to you. You look over and you can see it, and it looks like. Well, actually, why don't you make both of us see how much? It looks like a horse, but why don't you each give us all three of you, a perception check, please, and let's see what other details.
Gosh.
Chael's like, holy shit.
I got you.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Wow, Tanev. So Tanev, look at that. Tanev, not only do you see that there's I guess first off, anyone want to spend any hero points? No?
Yeah, no, I'm good.
There's a threat of an owlbear tonight. You sure you don't want to spend it on a spot check? No? All right.
No, somebody made it. I'm good.
Yeah. Tanev, what you can see down there is not only is there a grayish riding horse that looks like it's on the ground. Underneath the freshly fallen snow, it looks as if there is a bit of a discoloration on one of the rocks where this thing sort of fell.
Like
and you
blood?
can see, like blood, coming from this thing. You can also see that it looks like there is a couple of like broken like trees and whatnot, because it's frozen and like everything all the leaves had fallen off. Someone had sort of like forced their way through some bushes that are just to the south of where this thing fell, as if someone was scrambling along. And you can actually see they're a little filled in right now, but there are footprints that seem to be heading in that direction. Like
potentially a rider trying to get away after being injured or something.
Exactly.
Is there does the horse have a saddle or bags of any kind?
Yep.
I might search through that just to see if I can find anything that
You're
might
gonna move up to it?
identify. Yeah.
Okay.
That might identify who was riding here, or
just let me load my
not the
image
most
for
relevant,
horse
but-
mimic.
I mean, that's
What was this thing? Yeah, I'm just gonna walk right up to it.
So as you get closer to it, what you can tell is like this thing isn't moving at all. It's dead, and likely it looks like it's frozen as well. What you can see as you get closer is there are some really vicious wounds to this thing's neck. So when this thing fell, it fell hard, and the wounds are on the left side and then kind of in and around the throat for this.
like are they like cuts? Are they is it like a broken in half? Is it like
It's a which
does it look like some sort of weapon or some
why
sort
don't
of
you give us
creature?
you can give us
bite?
either well, are you trained in medicine or are you trained in nature?
I have training 5 in both of those things.
Sure. Either of those, you can give us a roll. You may get some information from it.
Yeah.
You want to spend a hero point?
Nah, that's all right. I feel like I might need it.
So I mean, so right now with that roll,
It
unfortunately,
looks pretty brutal. I mean, that's
it's
fine.
pretty brutal. Yeah, and you can't really
Clearly,
tell what it is that actually happened to this thing.
Right.
Once you
like
moved yourself,
clearly, anyway, yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't know if I can infer that it was attacked, but that seems fairly clear. I don't. So it wasn't the falling on the ground that killed it, right? So
there's nothing here that looks like it would kill it, that would hit it. And from where you're standing too, it looks like this thing. You can see there are kind of like almost like scuff or like drag marks, as if this thing was suddenly like fell off of the road to the side, or off the. I keep saying road. It's a trail. It's not like a built up road here. Mm-hmm. But it looks like this thing suddenly, like from where, because you rolled so well on that perception roll, it's as if this thing was riding along and then suddenly was like forced off of the road. And from where you're standing, because you're, so far away from your companions and looking out into the south, there is another body. This one humanoid. And there are. It's mostly covered, by snow, so you can't really quite make out. It is human size though.
Another. So my second question, and don't think I forgot about. Like I am going to search the saddlebags.
Okay.
But, and I'll go. I might go check out the body too. But another thought is like, you've described that there's been some snow buildup. But what about feel? Not to get too gross about it, but if I were to like gently kind of prod and poke like the underbelly, for example, of this horse, I don't imagine the horse has any like warmth to it at all left. But like, has rigor mortis set in? Is it stiff? Is it still
I
got
would probably
some
tell you
squish?
that.
A medicine check
roll
that
better than 12.
Yeah. There.
Those hero points are there for a reason. So you can't,
totally
you can't judge right now. That doesn't mean it's impossible for you. It just the way that I treat failure, just like in other games, is that the way your dice roll is right now, it tells us what the state is right now. If circumstances change, like someone else tries, or you take a different approach or whatnot, that'll give you a chance to try again.
Yeah, no, totally fair. That would have absolutely fell into the realm of that kind of information.
Okay.
So I guess I can make. I'll look and I'll take a look inside the saddlebags, whatever.
You want to hear some good news?
It's not a mimic.
It's been a half hour, so you guys all get another hero point.
Hey!
So, looking inside the saddlebag, what you find is basically what you would expect from a basic, adventurer's kit. There's, there's rope, there's, anything that does not get stored on a backpack necessarily.
Sure,
would all be in these things. So there's, flint and tinder, there's some oil, there are, maybe some parchment in there.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
So okay. I was surprised. I was expecting maybe a courier or something like that between the areas, but that's fine. I mean, this guy clearly has no use for this stuff. I'll take that stuff so we have some extra kit and gear in our packs. I'll come back first to Chael and Calidor, tell them what I've found, and throw the saddlebag into the cart. And then I'll tell them I think I see another body a ways off the trail there. Could have been, looks like a humanoid, could have been the person riding this. I'm gonna go check it out. Watch my back.
You guys will have a clear vantage to him for most of the time here. If you move yourself down to where that horse is, you will have an easily unobstructed view for where Tanev is going.
Yeah, okay, perfect. Let's do that.
Okay, so you drive the horse forward. As your horse gets a little closer, it starts, its ears sort of go up. It starts sort of shaking its head. It's really not happy walking past a frozen corpse of another horse, but you rolled incredibly well, Calidor, so you keep this thing completely under control the whole time.
I think I'll take it just past so that the horse isn't looking at the other dead horse, and then I'll I'll dismount and be ready in case there's trouble.
Okay. Do you think Caldor's the type to sort of go and like comfort the horse while he's waiting, or?
Absolutely. I think he would go stand by the horse. I mean, I also think that whatever happened here, this thing could target our horse, whatever it is. So I want to be ready to protect the horse as well.
So you guys are sitting there. Caldor, you got your hand on the bridle, and you're sort of like trying to calm this thing down. Its nostrils are flaring. It's very agitated being in this spot. As Tanev is heading into off the road and kind of tromping over to where this body is, Andrew, you want to say something?
No. Just to, I'm gonna take out at least one of my daggers, just in case something, just so I've got some sort of protection.
Sure. And Chael, what are you doing while all this is going on?
All right, you're staying on the wagon, right, Jeff?
No, I got off the wagon to go stand by the horse.
Okay, but you're standing by the way. Okay.
Yeah. You could go like halfway in between or something if you wanted.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of follow up Tanev because I don't really have a ranged weapon per se, and I'd rather be on the ground so I can cast any spells.
Love the confidence.
Run in there and slash or whatever I need to do. So, yeah.
No, I think that makes sense because if there's still something out here hunting or watching, that would help cut down reaction times for us. So,
okay,
all right, I will make my way to the other body.
Okay, so you make your way. Sorry, I heard from Steve again. So he is gonna try check his email and get in. He's trying to get in. So I missed what you were doing, Chael. Sorry.
Oh no, that's fine. I was just saying I was gonna dismount off the wagon and kind of move to back up Tanev. I don't really have a ranged weapon per se. I've got some ranged spells, but that way I can cast any spells or move up and draw my sword, anything like that to help him.
Let's try this here then. That's where. No, that's doofusy. In fact, I'm going to get rid of that one. Delete it. I don't know why I got that one in there. Here we go. Okay. So, Tanev, you have your dagger out and you're pushing your way through this brush. Looking at this stuff as you're passing by, it does appear to be fairly recent. Like it's got that darker bark on the outside, and the exposed broken wood is still quite light, so it hasn't faded with exposure to the environment and to light. And it's still remnants of it are on the ground as you come stomping over towards this thing. You stop for a moment because you get to a point where I guess there's a little bit of a rise before you get down. And by a little bit, I mean like maybe 2 feet you have to walk up. But it's enough for the light to hit slightly differently. And you can see the outline of a very large thing that is standing and kind of stomping around where this body has lied. There is another layer of snow, but this thing was so heavy, it was not disrupted by it. And in fact, what you can also see, this is something one of the neat things is that you can actually track some birds of prey in the snow. Because when they go swoop down and snatch their prey, there's a telltale disruption that comes from the feathers. It's a pretty cool thing if you can see it. Except for when you're standing next to it, and the wingspan looks to be about 15 feet.
So I'm gonna stop right there and not go any further just yet. I'll crouch down and looking back, trying to see if Chael is like watching me or Caldor, but in a moment where he looks back at me, I'll try to signal like stop, and I'll I see something big. I guess I'll try to back up closer to Chael.
Okay. So you back up. You're probably about halfway there. So you're backing up through this and looking up at the trees around. You keep thinking of that thing that came flying over the treetops yesterday. That awful undead creature.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's where my mind is at.
Yep. Fortunately, you're able to back your way up to the cart without anything making its appearance. There's a low rumble of a dog. I think heard someone close a door outside.
There's something lurking over in the woods there, and it's not small. Thinking it could be some more of our friends. The undead type.
Let's see.
Oh.
I didn't get a good look at it. I just got a shape, but it was big and it looked like it had wings.
The wingspan of this thing is larger than that skeleton.
It's larger? Okay.
And whatever...
On second thought, I think it was larger.
The way it moved around as well, like it was big. Big as in like larger than the horse you have.
Sure. I mean, Kevin, I know where you're going with this.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm trying to stay in Tanev's brain.
Just a friendly hockey player.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He's looking for his puck.
It's our Canadian content for the week.
Yeah.
Hey, you hoser.
He's still right there. But enough of that.
Go do some slap shots. Okay. What? Caldor, the horse still, its nose is flaring, and you have a chance from where you're standing, Caldor. All of you have quite good perception scores and keen eyes. You can see the damage that was done to that other horse because you're sort of looking at it front forward now. The thing it doesn't look like, Caldor, is it doesn't look like anything was eaten. You've seen carcasses in the woods before that have, gone down and wildlife have come and preyed on it, eaten it, or whatever else. There's no such damage here.
I'm gonna say in a voice that I'm attempting to make loud enough for them to hear, but not be loud. I'm gonna say, should we get out of here?
You'd see no complaints out of me. Don't know what that thing was, but it's pretty damn big. And if it did this,
I'm gonna start quietly trying to get the horse to move just at walking speed where I'm still out of the cart, continuing up the path, essentially.
So, yeah.
See, I feel like I should be drone here.
How you channel Drew?
No, wait. Let's go check it out. No, we'll head back towards the cart. That's fine. That's good.
Okay.
We'll slowly try and back away from whatever's out there. Although it is surprising it didn't eat it.
Mm-hmm. If
you want to call back that, let's kill it. I'm at least just getting the horse away from this area before we engage. But if you're going to catch up and say, should we kill that thing? Go ahead.
So Caldor leads the horse a little further away, maybe 100 feet away from where the body was?
I think I'll stop and wait for them once I'm sort of what I feel is a safe distance from.
Yeah, and once you're down, remember you're going down the slope here too, so you're sort of looking up at this the sort of wooded hills that you guys have been passing through as well. You're getting into a lowland at this point that'll wind through on its way to Kirkliston. So it does feel like there's just like looming snow-covered trees and forest stretching out in each direction. Chael, where are you right now? Tanev, where are you right now?
Chael would be between Tanev and the cart, basically.
Yep.
He's going to cover Tanev's withdrawal, basically. That's just Chael's character.
Well, I'm already at the cart, I think.
Okay. Then
I managed to get back.
Coming up behind you.
Yeah, that makes sense. I might. I'm just trying to think. Should we stick exactly with the cart, or kind of take up a position a little bit further away?
Well, I've stopped the cart, so I mean.
Oh, you're stopped again, right?
Might be a good idea to tie it off.
Well, I'm waiting to
if we're
talk to
going
you
do
guys.
anything.
No, I don't know about tying it off. I'll make my way to Calidor. I don't know about tying it off. If the horse gets spooked and we need the cart to move quickly, reducing the number of steps between stopping and moving is good. But I'll go with the Calidor.
What did you see? What did you see, Tanev?
It was some sort of large creature in the woods, probably feet over there. It was had massive wings. I didn't see many details. It was mostly silhouetted, covered up by the trees and the snow.
And it did not react to you?
It didn't seem to see me. I got lucky. But it's loud.
What do you think, Chael? Is this something that we need to deal with, or?
I don't know. It's let's see, Kevin. Would I be able to make perhaps a nature or arcana check as it pertains to this dead horse not being eaten by wildlife?
Yeah, absolutely. I think what those will do is they'll give you insight into different kinds of creatures. An owlbear, I believe, is arcana because it is a magical beast.
Right. That sounds logical.
Yeah. So if you want to give us,
let's do that. Let me do an arcana check and see if that's something it would or would not eat.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Tanev and Calidor are fine walking away and leaving this thing there. And so I think if Chael thinks we need to go deal with it to protect this road from other travelers, we'd be up for it. But I don't think that it's something we would drive forward.
Okay.
I know this is going to sound dumb, but all I can think of is a rabid animal. You know, I mean, an owlbear's got an ecology just like anything else does. Mm-hmm. And it's gonna kill to eat. But what if it's not killing to eat? What if it's like I said, what if it's got a disease, or worse yet, what if it's being controlled by something?
So one thing
could be
you can't remember.
Yeah.
Here's what you can tell.
Okay.
Is with a roll that well, you don't remember if it's griffins or hippogriffs or owlbears that fucking love horse. Like, to the point that you can't store them together, you can't have them in the same party because they'll eat the other one. And it's one of those three things, and you've had owlbears mentioned, so that's the thing you're thinking of. However, you're not wrong with even the most basic understanding of nature. Animals at least don't kill for the sake of killing, at least unless there is some other factor involved. If these things were killed and then the rider was hunted down and killed, it's very unusual that they would not eat at least some of them. You've heard stories of, again, all three of those things where they'll come down, they'll snatch them and carry off the bodies or carry off things and then eat them, and you'll find the carcasses later. That they were killed, you could try and take a look, either as Tanev did, a nature or a medicine check, try and get a sense of how this thing died.
Okay, so let's shoot for medicine, because that's actually much better on my end. So let's check that out.
Okay.
See if I can determine. There we go.
All right. So what this thing, you're asking sort of how this thing was killed before, Tanev. What this appears to be is as if something had mauled this thing to death. It's not the tearing claws of like a cat or a cougar or a mountain lion or something like that. It's not the tearing teeth of a wolf or some kind of animal like that. It is a weird combination of the tearing you find from birds of prey with the mauling you get from a bear. Or perhaps even a lion. And you're certain this thing was just mauled to shit and then left. There are no... The beak marks you can see on it are like stabbing attacks, not the kind of like pecking at it you see with a carnivorous bird.
Like a raptor, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So it killed it and just left it. That's not... That's unnatural.
Most definitely.
They said there was something out here in the woods. And if it could attack whoever this rider was, they could attack anybody that traveled along here.
Yep.
I think we need to... see, perhaps, what this might have been.
Tanev mentioned seeing marks or prints up near the body. The wingspan he noted, and the big paw prints on it. What are you guys going to do?
It's your call, Chael.
Very quick moment to unnervingly roll a dice here. Okay.
Oh, look, it has a positive reaction modifier. It wants to be your henchman.
We roll into town, the cart being pulled by an owlbear. Or a regular bear.
Oh, God.
A giant owl.
Yeah.
Oh, it would be like our new rock slide.
It'd be the oddest pairing ever. Well, Chael, it's up to you.
I think
don't know
Calidor and Tanev are both looking at you like, this is your call, man. Because
don't know that it's worth our trouble, but
yeah, we're happy to just move along.
It won't take that long. Come on now.
to die, yeah, that's true, and it won't.
All right, yeah, let's tie off the horse. Let's go see what this might be.
So there's plenty of trees. As I said, like the trail then kind of starts winding through the forest down here. That's the winter covered snow covered winter forest. You're easily able to hitch the horse to a tree.
Yeah.
And then tell me what you guys are doing as you're making your way back to that the body that Tanev saw.
Well, I got my shield out. I got my sword ready.
Okay.
I'm fully prepared.
So one
combat.
of the things you can use, there is a exploration mode action called Defend, Caldor, which is you keep your shield up so you benefit from the AC bonus from your shield.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
I might try to. I have no idea if what this creature's ability to detect, attackers is or is not. But my instinct is to try to hide naturally. So I'll try to take up some sort of position in, like I'll be low to the ground and try to stay hidden in whatever rocks or.
Sure. Yeah, it's very similar to what you can see in the picture as well too. So there's lots of opportunity to sort of hide yourself. Why don't you give us a stealth check there, Tanev? Okay. How you feeling about that?
I don't fucking know. What are you talking to me? 17 is pretty good.
Well, no, take a look at what you rolled.
But
you rolled a 6.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but the total is what matters.
Right. Remember, the numbers can be deceptive in PF2.
Oh, wait. Okay, right. So, right, okay.
Your call. What's your bonus to your perception?
Bonus to perception?
Yeah.
8.
So that means if I were you, I would need a 9 or higher to spot you.
Oh.
Does that help with judging
Yeah. Okay. All right. I've got an extra, so
You got an extra one, burn.
I'll burn it.
Do it.
Nat 20.
Yeah. See?
Beautiful.
Kind of disappears.
Okay, yeah.
Kind
So
of
what do
cast
you?
invisibility.
Where do you see yourself hiding?
I mean, like I'm seeing here, probably in amongst like a rock formation. My leather armor or whatever would probably blend in there better with the trees. I'll try to be crouched. My knees can take it. So yeah, I think, and I'll have my I'll probably take my my bow out for now.
Okay. And Chael, what are you doing?
That's a good question. I guess Chael is probably behind Calidor, shield readied in one hand, holy symbol in the other.
Okay.
That's probably where Chael is, and obviously keeping his head on a swivel, if you will.
Okay. Which of you is? I think Calder, you're trained in survival, right?
I believe so. Survival. Yeah.
Okay.
Trained.
Which give us a survival. That is fantastic news, Andrew.
Yeah, I'm actually very excited about this. I might lose my character, but yeah.
Oh,
That's
nice.
amazing. All right, so Calidor, you reach sort of that point that Tanev was. You stop and you're looking around with your shield. Well, I guess if you're doing this, your shield's not going to be up for the moment. So you got it down and you're looking around just to try and make sense of what you see. Chael, do you think you're saying out loud what you were thinking of? Like, well, I know griffins like this, and I know hippogriffs like this, and I know, owl bears like horse. I can't remember which of those three it is that likes horses. Or were you keeping that to yourself?
I mean, he probably said that out loud. Yeah, he probably said that out loud.
Okay. So with that in mind, Calidor, with a roll that good, you're looking here. Here's what you don't see. You don't see hooves here, which suggests it's not a hippogriff. You don't see talons here, which suggests it isn't a griffin. What you do see is big, chunky bear prints. And they are right in the middle of where the disruption from the wings came. And you can almost see where, as this thing was running away, this massive form dropped down on him, crushing him, and likely killing him with a single stroke. And you see kind of the markings around from where it sort of repositioned itself to make sure that the fatal blow was struck. And then once it did, took up back into the air. And you can see, like, as it's going away, there's one, like, maybe like 10-year-old sapling that's splintered down and broken as it passed by. So big enough and sturdy enough and strong enough to, in flight, smash through this tree.
Shit. I think he just looks at the Chael and says, I hope you're ready for a fight.
We're ready.
What do you guys do? You're still about 50 feet away from where this corpse is.
Oh, I guess move up towards the corpse.
Okay,
I guess
so you
that's
got
where
your
he
shield up
saw
again?
yeah.
All right. And as you do, so you are able to get up there. Chael, now that he's mentioned sort of what happened and you're getting in closer, you can see where this stuff is. And you see that this figure seems to have been driven to a degree down into the actual ground. It doesn't... If you sort of push away the dustings of the snow for the last couple of days, there's frozen blood from where this human man had something very heavy land on him to the point where blood spewed out of his face as he was crushed down into the ground. He's wearing some kind of plate armor, and it seems to have been crushed in part against the hard ground. So if you're sort of hoping that he was killed in one stroke, because if not, this person would have suffocated for the inability to move his lungs. You don't recognize the face, but it's it's someone similar to any of the mercenaries you've met, from your travels on your way up here. Could have been a companion of yours, with that circumstances were different, but now dead in the snow.
Okay. Nothing maybe identifying on the armor?
If you're looking at the armor, if you sort of move him over, the breastplate's usually where they have the markings for things. Right. So you have to kind of pull them out and you turn them over. There's some designs on the front of the thing that have kind of a an Iridian kind of style to them. So this may be this is more characteristic of something you would find in the Eastern Flanace as opposed to here. Maybe even the Great Kingdom.
Okay.
So either this person was descended from the, from Iridian settlers, or this person traveled a very, very long way to die alone in the snow.
Yeah, that's the other thing that worries me is being alone. All right.
So at that, Caldor, did you hear a bird call? Why don't you guys each give us a perception check?
Woo, my favorite.
19.
If I get it right, see. And come on, give me a good
27.
Whoa, nice, Chael.
Chael, you are the one who sees this. So fortunately, you hear it, and then you see moving over the trees to the south of you. You guys were traveling south of the road. Up above you is this very full. Well, it's a steep but quite sparsely forested hill, and you see something big and black moving through. And what you can see quite clearly, Cho, because you got a crit on this. An enormous black winged owlbear.
Oh, yeah.
Screeches out and then kind of bursts out of the trees. It's about 100 feet away from where you guys are right now, from where you are to the sort of the edge of the actual. From where you are to the road is about 75 or 100, and to where the sort of like more difficult terrain starts is about 50 feet away. So guys, you had Tanif's hiding, you had Chael investigating the body, you had Caldor with his shield up, so no one is scouting. Would everyone click on their token, please?
I know that we don't take a mid-session break on a Wednesday, but I'm just going to refill my water. I'll be right
go
back
right ahead. Absolutely.
Before we get into this.
No problem. All right, guys. And then once you do click on, and I think that what we'll tell Andrew when he gets back, he can use stealth for his. I think you guys are using perception for rolling initiative.
Yes, as far as I know. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else. So
okay.
Yeah. So did that work?
That worked. Yeah, 29. Holy hell.
Do you need to clear it first or something? There's like a whole bunch of weird numbers on there.
In the turn order?
Yeah.
Is there? I only see you guys. You two.
Oh, see, I see a 13, 11, 19, 27.
Yeah, that's what I see as well.
Oh, hold up. Let me clear it then. So you well, remember you guys got Caldor got 14, Chael got 29.
29. Yeah. I wonder. It's weird.
You see him now?
Nope.
No, everything's clear now.
Okay, weird. I wonder if I went to a different a different page that whether they would show up, because I bet you that's what happened.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. All right.
can
Chill
type
got
it in.
29.
14.
Oh, yeah, you guys type it. I'll let you do that. Yeah, and then I'll get this thing set up here.
There we go.
And then, all right. So, Hooba Juba. This thing's big. Okay.
I don't think I've ever fought an owlbear that I can remember either. I'm sure I have, but
I
not
think
in
I did
recent
maybe
memory.
back in my maybe in my 2E days, or maybe even in like BX.
You guys have fought at least one owlbear in Night Below.
We did do one in Apollo. Okay.
Yeah. It was not pleasant.
I wonder if I was there for that.
I don't remember. It was quite early in the campaign. It was quite early on. All right,
Because
guys.
I
So
think
then,
I joined a little later.
Tan, if you could
Yeah.
click on your token and then you'd roll initiative, but make sure you're rolling initiative using stealth.
Okay. Stealth, initiative, clicked on token, and
26. Awesome.
Nice.
Okay. Oh, let me roll for our buddy, the owlbear. That is
nobody.
a 15. Holy heck. Okay, so here's me. Look at this. Oh, mama.
Holy crap.
Yeah, he ain't no joke. All right. Chael, you are
Now-
up first.
You know, Kevin, that might be the most memorable, easy to remember name of a monster you've made yet. This is exciting. My first time. This is your,
Well, Jeff
you're
was saying
popping my
this is his
owlbear
first.
tree.
Yeah, hour.
Yeah, my
If
first
I fought
owlbear.
one- If I fought one, I don't remember it.
I will try and make this one memorable then.
Oh yeah, it already is. That image is awesome.
It's pretty
Yeah.
amazing. I think
that,
it's William O'Connor.
Oh, okay. I wondered if you knew what source book or whatever it's from, but
I don't remember, to be honest. I think it's either a Kobold Press thing or it is a Wizards of the Coast thing, because I don't think that Paizo's.
no,
Well,
their
what do
art
you call it?
style is very different. It,
It's a
it
little-
definitely looks like one of those two.
It's awesome. Like the that's the Paizo owlbear. He looks fucking awesome. Doesn't have wings.
Yeah.
Love that big guy. All right, first monster I used in PF2, incidentally. Okay, so then it is Chael's turn. Chael, you got 3 actions. What are you doing?
Okay. How does holding work an action? Like
So if
holding
you
an
want
action?
to, what you can do is you can delay, so you can act later in the round, or you can take 2 actions, bank them to use 1 action as an interrupt. That's how ready works in PF2.
Okay, that's what I wasn't 100% sure on. So
Okay.
let's see how many actions.
So the only thing is, it
Two
does need to be a 1 action thing that
Yeah.
you've ready. So most spells require 2 actions.
2 actions, yeah. And you said it was about how far away from us
It's
right
about
now?
100 feet from you right now, and it is closing fast.
Okay, so it's closing.
Yep. What were your? Let me just double check here, guys.
Where's my note? There it is.
Oh, Chill rolled a really great perception. So you know what I'll say? That's actually, it was a crit. As the thing arcs towards you, that the pale winter sun kind of pokes through enough, and you see a glint of steel of some kind, or metal at least, right there.
Right.
Chill, what are you doing?
And move is what? 1 action?
Move is a stride. Stride allows you to
Yeah.
move your move.
Okay.
And you can take as many. You can take all strides. You can, and remember, it's an action to ready your shield as well.
Yeah, what I want to do is move closer and hit him with daze. And that's
Okay.
a 60-foot range, and I've got a move of 25.
6-foot range, and what days is 1 action, 2 action.
It's a 2-action spell.
Okay, I mean you could wait. Like what all it does is it'll put you later in the initiative order.
That's-
It does not allow you to interrupt, but it does
That's
allow you
okay.
to.
Yeah, that's okay. That's my plan, is to basically get to his, once he hits range of that, is to fire that spell off.
So again, okay. So your options are, you can't ready that as an interaction. So you can't like cast a
Right.
spell as it goes in. What you can
Right.
do is choose to act after it goes.
Okay, yeah, no, that's good. Yeah, no, that's fine, Kevin.
Okay. So then first up is the owl bear. So this thing reaches out its wings and then arcs down, and for such a big and heavy thing, it's almost like, you know, when a roller coaster hits a real deep dive and kind of suddenly picks up speed. That's what this thing does. Like, the speed with which it dives is just terrifying. And as this thing closes in, it is covering this distance very quickly, almost as fast as a horse at a gallop. And then it uses one of its amazing abilities. And as it gets within 25 feet of you guys, its jaw suddenly snaps open, and there's this horrific screech that hits you all. And I am so sorry that we can't seem to get Steve into the game here, because it's a sonic thing, which means his interrupt could have potentially affected this. What I need from you guys is for you each to give us a DC 22 will save, please.
Wow.
Yep.
Where the heck is Will? There it is.
Is it not roll?
I've not seen any rolls just yet.
Okay.
Nice!
Maybe there it is.
Nice!
Oh,
No! Tanev,
no.
here's upside. You guys each get another point of another hero point. Tanev and Chael and Chael and Caldor. I saw the word "will" on there. Oh man! Because you succeeded, you gain frightened 1. So Chael and Caldor, you are frightened 1. What that means is that you're going to suffer a -1 to all of your actions this round, and you have no other deleterious effects. Tanev, do you wish to spend a hero point to re-roll that?
Yeah, why not? I've got the extra,
Okay.
so...
Wait, what? We have fear?
You guys each have frightened 1, but then at the end of your turn, it'll drop down by 1.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, so the penalty will go away. It'll only last you for 1 round. Tanev is currently getting frightened 2, which means -2 to all his actions next round, and then...
Yeah, that didn't help.
Well, it did make it worse, because that's 1 off from a critical failure.
Oh,
So
good,
unfortunately, Tanev, you have frightened 2, which means you're subtracting 2 from all of your actions, and then next round it'll go down to frightened 1. So
do I click on the condition to activate it on my character sheet at all, or?
I think I don't know if it gives you the option to enter.
Oh, yep, you
Yeah,
can.
it
Look at
does.
that.
Fuck yeah, that's
I've done
awesome.
That's awesome. It automatically adjusted everything.
Oh, that's wicked.
That's so
Did it
cool.
give you the option to go 2?
Yep. Yep.
I love this
I've added
character
2,
sheet.
and it's reduced all. Oh, I mean, I don't like that it's reduced my saves and everything, but hey, I mean that's.
So what's happened, guys, is that this screech has just like. Your doom is coming. Like this thing is nothing but sharp bits, and it just cuts right through you. Chael, you're up next. It's within 25 feet of you. It is still about 10 feet off the ground. What are you doing?
All right, so we're going to try that.
All right. So you step forward, and as with Rilligo's ability from before, when you reach out with something like that, it's to affect something's living mind, and you find no such thing. And in a moment of confusion, you see once again, going from your your critical success on the perception roll, as it arcs very slightly, the light hits it. There's a coin placed on this thing's forehead. And you recognize that one of its eyes, part of its head, is smashed in as if some mighty thing pierced in through its head. This is the undead owl bear.
Yes.
This fucking guy.
Chael, you have 1 more action. What would you like to do?
1 more action. Let's see, I can ready my shield with 1, correct?
Most definitely, yep.
Yeah, so he's going to ready his shield.
Okay. Tanev, what are you doing? You're completely hidden right now, which means this thing is flat-footed to you.
I don't know. I think in character, this thing has spooked the hell out of Tanev. I think it's going to try to stay hidden further round.
Okay, so you don't need to make another roll. You're just still hidden. You haven't revealed yourself yet.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna. He's not doing anything. He's terrified.
Yep. Okay. Then it is Caldor's turn. Caldor, what are you doing?
How far away from me is this thing right now?
25 feet, and it's about 10 feet up right now.
Okay.
It's coming right down towards you guys.
I'm going to ready my shield.
Okay.
And you said, so like, can I hold an attack until it?
Yes, you can bank 2 actions to take
2
one
actions
action
to
as a
do
reaction.
one, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, that's what I'll do then.
Okay.
This round,
You'll be able to cash that in pretty fucking quick because it's
Yeah.
coming right down onto you. So, Caldor, why don't you go ahead and make your attack?
Here we go.
Oh, and your frightened is gone now. Caldor and Chael. And
Oh, that's
Tanev,
right,
your
yeah.
frightened is reduced to 1.
Got it.
Oh my god.
You want to spend a
Double
hero point?
ones. Yeah, absolutely. That's so stupid. Freaking roll 20, waits until it's an important thing,
Come
and then
on.
just dumps me.
Oh, that's a big hit. All right. So, as this thing comes in, it is met with your steel, and you slash into this thing, and then it crashes down into you. All right. So now, one thing I don't think you were calculating your AC. I was asking about it before, but I was looking at your character sheet. And I think either I screwed up entering this or you weren't giving me... Okay, so you're with the shield, you've got an AC at 23.
Right.
Right? Okay, good.
I
Yeah.
think that's what I said last time. No?
And then if you have cover, if you take further cover, you can make that up to 25. You have to spend 2 actions to take cover behind it, though.
Oh, and you can do a single attack with 1 action.
Yep. This is the, like, the Spartan...
Yeah, like just pushing your sword out from behind the shield kind of thing.
Precisely. Yeah. Okay, so this thing slams into you. So it's first, I needed a 1 action to move in, and then let's see here. We are going to... Oh, first it's going to try and hit you with its talon. So I have... your AC is a 23. I actually only need a 7 to hit you.
Oh my goodness.
But let's see. A 2 will not do it. So it slams into you and wham, pushes you back with that shield. And then it follows up with a second talon. This one is I need now an 11 to hit you. A 2 again. God damn it. Boom, boom. That is
I still feel it.
for the owlbear. It is now engaged with Caldor. Chill, what are you doing?
Let's see. So let's see. 3 actions. I'm looking at one of my spells. I'm looking at since I now realize this thing is unholy.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start there.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and cast Disrupt Undead.
Nice. Now, you are casting a spell, and you are within reach of this thing. It has a somatic component, which means if this thing has reactions, it can respond.
That's all right. You got to start somewhere, Kevin.
This thing does not have reactions.
Woo!
So that goes off. All right, so I need to make a DC 19 fort save. Oh, my God. I need a 4 to make this. I rolled a nat 1.
Oh, man.
So it takes 20 points of positive damage. What's this look like as you just unleash the power of Corlon on this?
Chael had brought his shield up, after the last turn and realized that spell didn't work, and he saw the unholy energies emanating from it. So in his right hand, he just brings forth the symbol of Corlon and holds it out in front of him and speaks Elvish just back, in this command
Nice.
in Elvish, and the power just radiates out from him in that azure glow.
So one thing I find, it doesn't do double damage. What it does is it enfeebles it 1 for 1 round. Enfeebled 1, -1 to damage rolls, -1 to melee attacks.
Nice.
Yes. All right. Chill, you still have 1 more action. What do you want to do?
Oh, I'm shield still at the
Shield up
ready.
again? Okay. Tanev, it's your last round of being frightened. What are you doing?
Yeah, but I'm down to 1 now, right?
Frightened 1, yeah.
So, and I'm still hidden. So is this thing still flat-footed to me?
It is, yeah.
Then might as well take the advantage while I have it, even if it's at -1. How close am I to it at this point?
You tell me. I think that because of how fast you can move 30 in a round, it's not unreasonable for you to think that you hid 30 feet away.
Okay.
I mean, it is the woods, so I mean, it's
Yeah, plenty
Yeah,
of places.
yeah.
And you rolled a critical success on his stealth,
Sure.
so like,
Because
he would not
I'm
need
wondering,
to go far.
I think the curve blade might serve better here.
Okay.
So I think but I've got the bow out, so a swapping would be.
It's free action to
you know
drop
what?
things, just like in every other version of D&D.
I think
It's just 1 action to get it'll be 1 action to move up, 1 action to draw the curve blade, and then you have 1 more action to attack.
I think I'll take advantage of the being flat-footed, and I'll just stay where I am from the hidden position and fire at this thing with my arrow, because I've already
Okay.
got the bow out.
Okay, go ahead.
Crap. Do I click on weapon or the attack button below?
The attack button. No, the
Okay.
weapon, not the, because
the weapon's name. Yeah.
Yeah.
Weapon's name,
Weapon's
longbow.
name
Okay,
first.
okay, right, and okay, cool.
There you go.
Boom. Ooh.
I'll spend a hero
Oh.
point on that.
Yeah.
Do
Okay.
it.
That's a garbage roll.
That's even worse.
Wow. Roll 20. He's just a troll.
So that is a miss. So you've only used 1 action so far. You still have 2 more. What do you want to do?
Might as well keep going because I don't get the sneak attack next round. So
Well, again, sneak attack is so long as you're flanking. So long as this thing's flat-footed to you, you get to get the benefit of it.
fair, but not like that. I don't.
Nope. You got 1 more action. What do you want to do?
One more. Let's see. Can
I mean,
go
you could
11
spend your
for-
action to draw a weapon if you want to switch over.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that. The bow's not working. This is not. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll swap my weapons out.
Okay, Caldor. This thing has just almost knocked you back, and it's slamming at you with its claws. What are you doing?
Now that it's in my face, Kevin, can I see the coin on its forehead?
You can, yeah. It's
I've
easy
tried
because
to-
this thing is about as tall at the head as where you are. Its back actually stands taller than you do.
Yeah.
That
So,
hump that the bears have.
I tried to look this up, but I couldn't find how the rules work. Calidor would like to make a specific attack. I want to try to attack it in the head where the coin is.
Okay.
Basically,
Yeah, like a called shot.
I looked it up, and the only called shot I saw in the rule book was for like pistol use.
Yeah, it's not really. It's not a thing like where you get extra damage or whatnot in here. But I mean, what I'll say is that. So basically, I'm going to give it another +4 to its armor class. So it's going to be pretty hard. It's not quite that you need a crit in order to knock it off, but it is going to be pretty hard. So you can make an attack. I'll give +4 to its armor class.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay.
Come on, roll 20. Give me a 20 right
Here we
now.
go. Come on.
That's what's up.
That's what's up, roll 20.
Holy
Oh my goodness.
shit!
That is an
That's
amazing
pretty
So-
pretty freaking awesome.
Its armor class normally is a 23. It's a 27. That is a hit. I'm going to allow it a reflex save. Now, what is your strength bonus?
+3.
+3. Okay. So what I'll do is 20.
That's actually awesome damage too.
Yeah. So it's 3, 6, 7, 8. So it'll be 18 is what I'm rolling against for the difficulty class. And I'll roll it in Here we go, plus 9. Okay, so it is an 18 is what I'm rolling against. If it fails, then this thing has been knocked free. The coin drops free from where you hit it, and then this whole thing just falls down, dead.
Awesome.
That was sweet.
So, what do you do next? Tanith, your fear has passed as well, too. You no longer have the frightened condition.
Secure that stupid coin.
Yeah, Chael's on it.
I can make sure Chaels picks it up and secures it.
Okay.
Now we can check who this poor rider was, which we haven't really had a chance to do yet.
Okay. And get that.
Also check the owlbear.
Yeah, you can check that corpse if you want. I'll check the rider.
So
Yeah,
why don't you
that's fine.
give us? How are you thinking of inspecting this owlbear, Chael?
Well, you said there was the metal in its head. I want to see.
Well, that was the coin, wasn't it?
What's
Yep.
that?
That was the
Yeah,
coin
that was
I think
cool.
he was referring to, yes.
I want to see, like, the injury that it has sustained.
So what you
I'm
can see
trying to
in its
determine-
face.
Yeah, because I remember
sure.
it was in its face. So is it
Why don't you
natural?
give us another medicine check here?
Sure.
As
Yeah, I'm
you're-
curious if it's natural or if it's like the result of a weapon,
Yeah.
or God forbid, it was even a ritual.
Mm-hmm.
Did that go?
Okay. So there is some kind of unusual tissue damage leading into its eye, which makes you think that this massive thing was likely killed by some kind of spell. Now, it's got tons of injuries and whatnot on its body that is healed. There still is a pretty good length of like a shaft of a spear in its neither the kind of its hindquarters.
Okay.
This thing's been around for a while, you know, and it seems like it had suffered for years of of hardship and combat. And it seems like the thing that finally set this thing low was some kind of spell. You think it's either like some kind of cold related thing or some kind of necrotic related thing. Both make the tissue look kind of the same.
Mm-hmm.
As for the animation, this coin, you remember talking to Droon about this before, these coins can be used to create undead. You know, it say you need the time in order to cast it, and you need the raw materials, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
But having this thing and using that coin, very easy way to raise it up as a minion.
Yep.
Caldor, you get over to where that body has fallen, and I mean, there's nothing really of interest on this guy. He's got.
I'm not trying to loot him. I was just trying to see if we could identify who he was.
Yeah.
Or...
I mean, there's so many. You know for yourself just that adventurers come from such a wide variety of different backgrounds, and Chael has traveled from as far away as what this guy likely has.
Yeah.
So adventurers in the Flanace go, where life and the road kind of takes them. So other than that, I mean, maybe
he looks like a hapless adventurer, not like a local citizen of Kirkliston or
definitely not. No.
Eastdale. Okay.
He's got the swarthier skin of the Oridians as well too, so he's for sure got to come. At the very least, you're confident that he has. He comes from Oridian stock, dark hair, dark eyes, swarthy skin, but he's not. You're not quite sure where. Who this person would be. The gear he has on him and on his horse, it's the kind of thing that you yourself might have carried around.
What would be a traditional way that the elves would deal with something like this? Would we burn the body? Would we bury it in a shallow grave? Would we leave it for the animals?
To be honest, you got a full wagon.
Right.
You could wrap up the
I guess
body.
we could take them and bring them along. And
Yeah. I mean, the horse is not using its saddle, the saddle blanket anymore. You can take the blanket out from underneath that, wrap his body up in it, and then you could transport it to Kirkliston.
We could leave the horse for just the wolves or whatever animals are out here, whatever scavengers. But take the person.
Okay. Tanif? What about you?
I mean, I'll help them in this process. And I think I might. Tanev will probably sit and stare at the beast for a little bit, because this kind of shook him up to the point where he was absolutely useless in his very first fight with an owlbear. His player is not resentful of Roll20 whatsoever in that regard.
So I think you can picture, like, even though you're not affected by the condition, like maybe your hands are still trembling a little bit, you know, and you're looking up and you can see where, like, how wild your shots went. All you can think is just how fucking deadly accurate you were in that fight with the skeletons. You weren't killing them because it was doing so little damage, but
they were pinpoint.
The fight you had with those orcs, right, or the half orcs outside of the windmill.
Yeah.
Okay, I was just gonna ask a question of Chael, because he's coming back, and I was just gonna. So this coin, does this mean that this beast was under someone's control who reanimated it? Do you know that?
Yeah, that's a good question. Do I know that, Kevin?
Yes. If it was used for the purpose it was created by the fowl, and there is a mark on, it's the same type of coin. It's a coin dating from about 1,000 years ago during the reign of the last emperor of the Sulois Imperium, and the other side is a picture of Ouijas,
Right.
Suloi's goddess of magic, death, and vanity.
So does that mean that it was left here by its master to guard this road?
Well, the question becomes, was it meant to guard the road? Was it meant to attack travelers on the road? Was it meant to...
It didn't attack us as we passed by. We could have safely passed by. Or more or less safely. Did we get lucky? Was it resting? It's
No, I don't think
strange.
it was resting.
So you guys can recall the talk about, like, when you first got there, people were talking about it, setting up its, or claiming its territory near there. No one talked about it killing everyone. That's, as you suggested, Chael. Like, that's the kind of thing you talk about a rabid animal. Something that's gone mad. Something that's just kill crazy for everything. You also know that traveler that you pass, that horse, like, do you think that it would be sitting untouched for more than a day?
Right.
This could be fresh. Tanev, could you point out where you saw it in the woods? Do you think you could find the spot?
Sure.
Maybe we should check it out and see if there's anything there.
Good idea.
Yeah. I think I would remember my way back, would I not?
What is it you're looking for, guys?
The spot where he spotted the creature sitting.
Yeah.
We want to
Yeah,
go
like
look
where
in
he
the
was
woods where it was to see if there's something there.
I think so. It was Chael that spotted it, and it was a wing already. It was already...
No, the first time that Tanev saw it. You
Yeah,
saw it.
there was the humanoid body, and I was kind of going over, and I saw just its shape. Unless I'm not misunderstanding.
You saw the shape in the snow. You saw its markings in the snow.
Oh,
We
yeah.
thought you saw.
sorry.
We all thought he saw the creature.
No,
I'm
no,
so
no.
sorry.
You didn't
I
actually see it.
completely
Sorry, guys. That was my fault.
misunderstood that initial thing. I thought I saw like a silhouette.
No,
That's
you saw it.
completely
You saw
my
its
bad.
silhouette in the silhouette of its wings for when it lands. So in the
Like
snow.
an
That's why I was
like an
telling you guys
imprint.
about the disruption in the snow for when birds of prey come down.
It left us a snow angel, and that's what I saw.
Precisely. Yeah,
okay.
exactly.
Okay, sorry, totally misunderstood.
No, that's okay. I clearly wasn't clear enough.
No, it's all right.
That said, I mean, like, seeing where this thing is, the ridge is not that far away. You could take 20 minutes, hike up there, and look around. You've got at least one person who's trained in survival. I can't remember if Tanev is or not.
I think it's worth a bit of our time to see maybe what it was here protecting.
See? I told you there was a reason we investigated.
Yeah. So we do that. I think let's go get a perspective and
Sure.
We also know what direction it came from, like when it came towards us.
Tanev got a incredible... Chael. Yeah, you rolled, what, 27, I think, for your
you
spot.
got a crit on the perception of it.
Yeah, so I'll actually drop the chance of... are you all heading up into the hills to try and find where this was...
Yeah, I think we've left our horse somewhere safe enough, especially now that this thing is downed. Let's go look, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then it is... we're back in exploration mode. Do you guys have any... Calidor looks like is going to be tracking. So that'll be his action. What, Chael or Tanev, do you guys have anything you want to do? You could keep on a scout, Tanev, give a bonus to initiative.
I think I'll do that. I might also kind of like, I'm really intrigued and will be like bugging Chael about like this seems like I'm really like freaked out by the fact that this little coin was able to animate this huge creature, and I'm pestering him about how is this possible and what evil was this and blah blah blah. But yeah,
what I can tell you, Chael, is that the rituals themselves are relatively simple. You know, this is something that easily you could learn right now. Where the relative power of the ritualist comes into play is the fact that all of them, almost all rituals, have a flexible sort of scale on them. Well, I should say some rituals do. The more powerful the ritualist, the more powerful the undead creature is. And the real advantage of these coins is that because of the function of them, and by taking up the material component, it's normally the more powerful of the creature that you want to resurrect or bring back from the dead, the more magical components and stuff are consumed in the casting of that ritual. But with one of these coins, you need to be powerful enough, but you could plunk this thing on, say, a fang dragon's body, work your ritual if you were powerful enough, and boom, got yourself an undead fang dragon.
Oh, that would be amazing.
So you're telling about this, Chael, you're telling Tanev about this. Calidor, you got your eyes on the ground. Chael, what are you thinking of doing?
I know he's more focused on the tracking aspect. I think Chael is again very much trying to be aware of his surroundings, in tune with his surroundings, making sure that nothing untoward surprises them, or maybe not so much surprises them, but making sure that they don't miss any details, I guess.
Okay. So let's see here. Why don't Calidor, you give us a survival check, please. I'm going to adjust the target number. Awesome.
Ooh, nice.
Awesome. Takes you guys about 20, maybe 30 minutes of time. You can get up into the hills and start looking around. Fortunately, Chael's got a pretty good idea where he first saw this thing. What you guys, and it's not easy going either. Like snow isn't that deep, but I mean, like under the trees and whatnot, it's where it would accumulate because the wind can't get in and get it. So it's a nice little preview of what the winter in Haranshire or Midmark is going to be like when it fully sets in. But what you find is there is not a nest, but there is a place where almost no snow has formed around this thing. There still is snow there, so it suggests that this has not been there for long, but there's a spot you can find that is a great vantage, a little bit of a prominence that sticks out and has a bit above the surrounding treetops. And what it can see from there is the road as it approaches and goes down into the lowlands and then cuts through the forest. You can see your wagon and the horse down below you. The patch of sort of uncovered earth here, or the where the snow doesn't fall, it's as if this thing had been sitting here for days.
We know it had been doing this before. it's not like it was specifically trying to target us.
Well, we don't know that actually.
What was your medicine roll from before?
Oh gosh, which one? The one just
Oh, the
recently?
23. So the one when you were inspecting its wound, the thing that killed the owlbear.
Right.
So this ancient, kind of wilderness warrior, it is about as dead for as long as what the horse was.
Which interesting.
As we know, Tanev has no idea how long that was.
So, all right. So stop and think about this. Man on horse.
Maybe he was actually a member of whatever crew killed this owlbear and animated it.
Well, that's definitely possible based on what I discovered from it.
So he was part of a party that hunted this thing with the idea of resurrecting it as a servant. He was just
so
the
where are
unlucky
rest
one.
of it?
Well, they've moved on to whatever their mission was.
Well, then what was the purpose of animating the owlbear?
Well, that's what we were trying to discover.
See, I would think man on horse stops, sees owlbear, gets off. Owlbear kills man on horse, but then something, a third party, comes and kills owlbear. And then instructs owlbear to monitor pass.
Why not kill owlbear or animate owlbear, order owlbear to guard pass, then kill guy on horse?
Because the horse and the owlbear have been dead for about the same amount of time.
Oh,
Right.
right.
So
See,
that leads me to believe that sequence of events. I mean, I may not have the number of people right, but I think that sequence of events
No,
is
that makes
fairly
sense.
right.
So then is the person that animated the owlbear, this is assuming the person came across dead owlbear. What if this person is also the person that killed said owlbear in order to, easier to manipulate a creature? If you've got the access to these kinds of powers, I mean, you're the one who knows magic. I don't really, but seems to me, if you've already got the power to control something when it's dead, it's a whole lot easier to control it when it's dead than when it's alive.
Well, right, and that I think my theory is that the third party killed the owlbear after the owlbear had probably killed the man. Now they could have happened simultaneously.
Shale,
Yes.
do you know, are these rituals individual, or could a single ritual animate more than one creature?
Generally, one.
Yes,
I'm just
normally-
wondering why the man and the horse were not reanimated, which gives me reason to think possibly the man was a friend of the animator or a compatriot.
Okay,
He may not reanimate someone that he knows.
Right.
We saw them reanimate. Their supply of coins seems nearly unlimited with what we saw back at Eastdale, right? Like, how many coins did we find, Kevin?
You
Like
found at
6
least
or
10.
7 or 10? Yeah.
Yeah,
like-
there were several.
Yeah.
There's
They're
10 from the
using
ones
the
that you
coins.
guys defeated, and then there was also one on every corpse that you on I think it was like 16.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
there
they're
was a
seeming to
lot.
use these things. They have an unending supply. Yet they did not animate the man, which makes me think they might have done that on purpose.
Okay, that's not a.
The ritual,
something
how
to
long
be
would the
dismissed.
ritual take to perform?
Usually around a day.
Okay.
Yeah.
I still think the owl bear was left here for a purpose.
Did seem like it was sitting at that position, completely stationary for a very long time. And even an owl bear, something as they're not really like patient hunters per se. They're very powerful, so they can kind of go fly around, find what they need, and then get it. They're not ambushers, generally speaking.
From this position, can we see the fallen horse and the location of the horse and man?
Yeah, but that's partly just because of the vantage gives you the whole region. But from what you're seeing, I mean, the horse, it looks as if it was like knocked off of the ground and hit. And you can see now from this vantage where likely if he's wearing plate mail and as the weight of a warrior's body, thrown off of the horse and hit the ground and then scrambled directly south away from the road until this thing came down on him.
And again, I think it's the undead owlbear because he didn't eat.
Right.
So the undeath.
So this thing was here just to kill that specific man, and now it's just been sitting here?
Well,
Mission accomplished?
I mean,
an undead
Caldor,
creature with the one track mind that has completed its mission would know nothing of what to do next.
I mean,
Well,
it attacked us too, so it
that's
attacked
correct.
anything that came by.
No,
Yeah,
maybe
right.
just because we were interfering with the scene where the body was. It didn't attack us until we were upon the fallen man.
Well, how much time did we give it to attack us?
10 minutes, 15 minutes?
We
I
know.
mean, we stopped and looked. We moved our horse. We came back, and then it attacked.
But I'm pretty sure, like, it didn't see me when I first approached the area. So and if it's undead, we don't know what its abilities to perceive its own surroundings are. It could have very well been limited. Half its head was caved in, for heaven's sakes. So maybe it didn't actually notice us until we all started moving in on the area. I mean,
I feel,
I'm speculating,
based on the reports that we've heard, that this thing was attacking people who traveled this road. There was no what's the word I'm looking for? Not discretion, but there was no attack these and not attack these. If you pass through on this road, you could very easily get attacked by this.
No, I thought Kevin said the other thing, that we weren't told that it was killing all of the passerbys.
No.
We were just told that it had taken up a residence in
precisely,
this area.
which means that some people spotted it or maybe had it fly near the end of the autumn. If something is attacking and killing every traveler, that's when you send out the paladins to go and kill the fucking thing, because it's just not safe. If it's just keeping around, flying around, or it's been seen in the area, or maybe attacked one group and never, came back again.
Well, then that opens up another avenue then, and more akin perhaps to what you were saying, Calidor, that what if, for the sake of argument, this armor-clad warrior was traveling with someone else, a live owlbear attacked them, slew the warrior, his companion was a wizard who slew the owlbear and then animated it to guard over his corpse?
Until his return?
Perhaps.
what a macabre
that's just the theory.
grave guard. I mean, it's not.
Why not make the
there's-
creature that took your friend's life sit guard over his remains? If
There's
your
a
power
certain
is
ghost
such.
justice there.
Can we tell what? I'm just thinking, talking about the fact that its head seemed to be bashed in a bit. Clearly, Tanner's not the one to do this check, but is there a way to take a closer look at its head to try to determine what may have?
Well, Chill can no. It's a magical spell of either ice or necrotic. So
Oh, sorry, then I missed.
Yeah, it wasn't a natural weapon. We know it was some sort of either spell or spell-like ability.
Okay, sorry, I missed that detail.
I'm beginning to feel it was a necromancer that did this. Obviously,
what I'd tell you, Chill, is that if this thing was able to, there are faster versions of the ritual that will animate dead, but they don't last that long. It's a limited effect. If this thing was able to raise this creature with a ritual using these coins, but was able to do so in less than a day, that's a very troubling development.
Yeah.
That's more powerful than any magics that, you're capable of, but it's very potent necromantic spell work. Whether it's occult, divine, or arcane is another question. But yeah, that's a ritual. Even if it's a very powerful one, it still takes usually a day to get through it.
And and that makes me think, as Chael relates this, of course, then someone powerful enough to not only perform such a ritual and do so faster than would normally be expected, but also to a seemingly unintelligible reason. Like, we can't discern what would be a logical reason to do this and leave this bear just here. This traveler, this adventurer doesn't seem to be, all that important. This area doesn't seem to be all that important. So it's not to say that there isn't a logical reason, but we can't figure out what that is right now. So if there was no major, clearly identifiable reason, and it's just he did this to do it, then essentially what I'm saying is, if this is just a Tuesday afternoon for this guy, and he takes the time to do this because he can, what else is he capable of, and how much bigger of a threat is he to, the local region?
Let me ask you one question, guys, before, and then I know we're over time right now. We'll wrap it up after I get your response for this. What do you guys think might have happened if you hadn't seen that horse?
Would have just kept on going.
Oh, maybe it would have ambushed us.
I mean, it's entirely possible we could have spotted it regardless of the horse, based on what we know of previous travelers' experiences in this area.
Maybe, but keep in mind, now that we understand what actually happened in that scene when Tanif was scouting, all I saw were tracks and prints and the imprint of the wing, but that was only when I went further into the woods. There were no signs of the creature other than the horse's attack itself, near the road itself. It could have been sitting, because this thing can fly. For all we know, it was hovering above, watching us, or hiding in some, it'd have to be one hell of a big tree, but...
The one other thing that we haven't mentioned is we do know there was a necromancer reported to be around this area. Now, maybe not specifically on this road, but if I remember properly, as we approach Kirkliston, to the east would have possibly been an area of where the necromancer destroyed the party of the Palfrey's ancestor.
The Gleaming Glade.
Yes.
Would have been right around here.
Yes. So there is, at least historically, knowledge of a powerful necromancer. Maybe not right here, but at least close to here.
This is starting to form the semblance of an idea, Cho.
Jeffrey, we'll close with your Calor's thoughts here.
Well, I'm actually going to say this because just in case, for some odd reason, I'm not here next time. Calidor thinks if this guy animated this thing once, there's no reason in its current shape it couldn't be reanimated again. So on our way back by, I'm going to dismember and destroy the body of the owlbear.
I will assist with this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. So the two of
yeah.
you, get to work and then burn the thing.
Yeah, like destroy the corpse.
Yeah,
So it's
I mean, there's oil in the that adventurer's thing. You could make the two of them into a pyre if you so chose.
Yeah, maybe now we'll just do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we close with you guys, and I think that takes you at least an hour or so. So you're gonna need to kind of keep up your pace. But we close. You guys riding up to the outskirts of Kirkliston because the rest of your day's travel is uneventful. It has been a long-ass day. It is dark, early, it is cold, and you are really looking forward to enjoying some time at the tavern to plan your next steps. So, guys, with that, we will bring Chapter 10 of our war story, The Lure of Legacy, to a close. So, for those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us. And Steve-O, I'm so sorry that you couldn't get into the session today. I saw in Discord you were trying to get on as well. I'll send you a message afterwards about that, but I unfortunately couldn't send you a way to get on to just the call. For those listening at home, we will be back again in 1 week's time to see what awaits our heroes in the artistic center of Midmark, Kirkliston, and its legendary theater. In the interim, we hope that, let's see here, what am I'm completely screwed up in our outros. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, the campaign, or the game we're playing, please do not hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section down below, and we'll endeavor to reply in a timely fashion. In addition, we have a link down below to the Dungeon Musings Discord server where all of us are active, and there are channels dedicated to this campaign, every other campaign we run on the channel, as well as a bunch of other great channels with a bunch of great people carrying on a bunch of great conversations, channels about conventions and selecting and setting up virtual tabletops. There's a ton of great people, a ton of great conversations. You are more than welcome to join us over there. In addition, you can find me on Twitter at Dungeon Musings, and you can find me by email. My email address is dungeonmusings@gmail.com. The last thing I will say is a huge thank you to our heroes. So Andrew, Will, Jeffrey, and Steve-O, who was here in spirit and attempting to be here. Thank you so much for playing tonight, or attempting to, in Steve's case. Next time, I promise to kill you with an owlbear proper, Jeff and Andrew.
Or Roll20 can just let me actually do something in the fight, because, that'd be good. So we have to fight another one.
Roll20 worked out pretty well for Jeff today. That was a pretty fucking great
it was letting me roll some pretty awesome stealth and scouting rolls, so I won't complain completely.
True. So for those who are listening, or regular listeners or viewers of the campaign as well, too, a reminder that the regular campaign is played with Advanced Dungeons & Dragons 2nd Edition, and we have no plans to change that once this war story is over. So if you are concerned about us getting back to 2nd Edition AD&D, you need not leave a comment about that, because I just told you. We're going back to that. However, we're back here in Kirkliston in 1 week's time. Until then, we hope that we gave you a few hours to take your mind off of the troubles of our world and think about the troubles that our heroes find on the road between Eastdale and Kirkliston. And until we see you again, stay safe, stay healthy, and happy gaming.